Hey everyone, Barkanel here. And no, this isn't my monologue on Jimmy Kimmel Live, though I'm sure Guillermo has a pair of shoes he wishes were on this list. Welcome to USA Weekly News Plus Top 10 segment Avery Wednesday. We're about to dive into a world of luxury so fancy even I had to take out a loan to look at it. That's right, we're talking about the top 10 most expensive women's shoes ever. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to today's Check My Affiliate Market. In the description, check Affiliate Market, and you can buy everything online that's so good, you'll want to put your name on everything you own, especially these shoes. Speaking of names, make sure you put your name down in the comments and tell us which pair of these $1 million kicks you'd rock on the red carpet. Now I know what you're thinking, Barkin. I can get a decent pair of shoes for like 50 bucks in a coupon at Kohl's. And you're not wrong, but these shoes, these aren't just shoes, they're basically jeweled chariots for your feet. So if you're ready to see footwear that costs more than my first car, a 1982 Ford Festiva in case you were wondering, buckle up because things are about to get fabulous. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Unless your friends are poor, then spare their feelings. Kicking off our list at number 10, we've got a shoe that's practically royalty in the footwear world, the Jimmy Choo Cinderella slipper. And let me tell you, these ain't your grandma's glass slippers, unless your grandma's rocking a vault full of Swarovski crystals. These babies are covered in over 7,000 of those sparkly little things, each one hand-placed with the precision of a heart surgeon. I mean, I can barely get my socks on straight in the morning, and these guys are out here bedazzling shoes like it's an Olympic sport. But wait, there's more. These slippers also have this vintagey lace detailing that just screams fairy tale. They're like the shoe equivalent of a Disney princess. Delicate, sparkly, and probably a pain to walk in. Now I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I could pull off a 4-inch stiletto heel. I'd probably trip over my own feet and end up face first in the guacamole. But hey, that's why I'm not a fashion icon. These slippers were originally designed for the premiere of the Cinderella movie, which makes sense. Can you imagine showing up to that premiere in a pair of Crocs? You'd get laughed out of Hollywood. But the Cinderella slipper craze didn't stop there. Oh no, these sparkly steppers have become a favorite among brides who want to feel like a princess on their big day. And who can blame them? I mean, if you're gonna drop a few grand on a pair of shoes, you might as well do it on your wedding day, right? Coming in at number 9, we've got a shoe that's all about that glitz and glamour, the Gucci sequin embellished leather sandals. And let me tell you, these things are so sparkly, they make a disco ball look like a dusty old bowling trophy. We're talking hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of hand-applied sequins. That's right, someone sat there with a pair of tweezers and glued each one of those bad boys on individually. Talk about dedication. And the heel? Don't even get me started on the heel. It's this bold gold-toned metallic thing that looks like it was forged in the fires of Mount Doom. I'm pretty sure if you stare at it too long, you'll turn into a pillar of salt. Now, I'm not a fashion expert, but I'm pretty sure you can't just wear these sandals with anything. You can't just pair these with a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt, you know? Unless those sweatpants are cashmere and that t-shirt is made of unicorn tears. These sandals are part of Gucci's exclusive runway collection, which means they're basically fashion royalty. They're like the Beyoncé of footwear. Everyone wants them, but only a select few can actually afford them. And speaking of affording them, did I mention these babies cost almost 6 grand? That's right, for the price of a used car, you too can own a pair of shoes that will make your feet sparkle like the 4th of July. But hey, if you've got the cash to spare, why not go for it, right? Just promise me you'll send me a picture of you wearing them. I'll be the one over here in my Crocs, living vicariously through your fabulousness. Alright, moving on to number 8 on our list of shoes that cost more than my first car. It's Christian Louboutin with the Marie Antoinette heels. These aren't just any shoes, they're a statement, a piece of art, and a nod to history all rolled into one. Now you know Louboutin, right? Mr. Red Bottoms himself, the man who single-handedly made red soles synonymous with luxury and high fashion. The man knows how to make a shoe that screams, "I'm fabulous and I know it." His designs are bold, daring, and unapologetically glamorous. And these shoes? They're practically screaming in French accents. Imagine the elegance and opulence of the French court distilled into a pair of heels. Inspired by the last Queen of France, Marie Antoinette, these shoes are dripping in more gold than a Kanye West music video. The attention to detail is simply astounding. I mean, we're talking intricate embroidery, illustrations that look like they belong in Versailles, the whole shebang. Every stitch, every thread, meticulously crafted to perfection. Louboutin even threw in a miniature portrait of Marie Antoinette on each shoe, adding a touch of historical charm and a nod to the extravagant lifestyle of the French monarchy. You know, just in case you forgot who you were supposed to be channeling while wearing these bad boys. It's like having a little piece of history right at your feet. And of course it wouldn't be a Louboutin without those signature red soles. That flash of red as you walk away is the ultimate mark of luxury. But here's the kicker, folks. Only 36 pairs of these shoes were ever made. That's right, 36. Talk about exclusivity. Which means you've got a better chance of finding a unicorn riding a kangaroo through Times Square than finding a pair of these in your size. It's the kind of rarity that makes collectors and fashion enthusiasts go wild. Now, I'm not saying these shoes aren't gorgeous, because they are. They're stunning, breathtaking, and every other adjective you can think of for something incredibly beautiful. But let's be honest, you could probably buy a decent used car for the price of these things. It's a hefty investment, to say the least. And let's be real, have you ever tried walking in a pair of Louboutins? It's an experience, to put it mildly. Don't get me wrong, they look amazing, but comfortable? Not so much. It's like a trade-off between looking fabulous and feeling like you're walking on clouds. I imagine wearing these Marie Antoinette heels is like walking on a tightrope made of gold-plated toothpicks. Every step is a delicate balance. One wrong step, and you're eating pavement, along with a side of serious buyer's remorse. It's a high-stakes game of fashion. But hey, who am I to judge? Fashion is subjective, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you've got $6,295 burning a hole in your pocket, and a foot fetish for all things French royalty, then by all means, knock yourself out. Indulge in the luxury, then by all means, knock yourself out. Just promise me you'll send me a video of you trying to walk in them. I could use a good laugh. Just promise me you'll send me a video of you trying to walk in them. I could use a good laugh. It's all in good fun, after all. I could use a good laugh. Because at the end of the day, fashion should be fun, even if it comes with a hefty price tag and a bit of a balancing act. Next up at number 7, we've got a shoe that's as iconic as it is expensive. The Manolo Blahnik hangisi jewel buckle pumps. Now, I'll admit, when I first saw the price tag on these babies, I almost choked on my green juice. $7,300 for a pair of shoes? But then I took a closer look, and I get it. These aren't just shoes, people, these are Manolos. And not just any Manolos, these are the hangisi pumps. The ones with that big sparkly buckle that screams, "I have arrived and I brought my credit card." These pumps are like the Beyoncé of footwear. They're timeless, elegant, and they never go out of style. They're the kind of shoes you wear when you want to feel like $1,000,000, even if you just emptied your bank account to buy them. Made from luxurious satin and featuring that signature crystal-encrusted buckle, these pumps are basically a work of art you can wear on your feet. And speaking of feet, let's talk comfort for a second. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, these shoes are probably as comfortable as walking on hot coals. But surprisingly, the hangisi pumps are known for being relatively comfortable, especially for a high heel. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to be running a marathon in these things, but you might actually be able to make it through a whole wedding reception without having to resort to dancing barefoot. And trust me, that's saying something. But hey, even if they were as comfortable as wearing sandpaper slippers, I'm pretty sure people would still buy them. Because let's face it, sometimes fashion is pain. And when it comes to the Manolo Blahnik hangisi pumps, that pain might just be worth it. Just ask Carrie Bradshaw. Hold on to your hats, folks, because number 6 on our list is not for the faint of heart. I'm talking about the Louis Vuitton Nightfire boots, and these bad boys are here to make a statement. We're talking knee-high boots made from a combination of python skin and calfskin leather. That's right, python skin. I'm pretty sure these boots used to belong to a snake that could swallow a whole gazelle in one bite. But it's not just the exotic materials that make these boots so fierce, it's the whole design. They've got these metallic accents running up the sides that look like something out of a futuristic movie, and the heel? Don't even get me started on the heel. It's like a work of art, all sharp angles and geometric shapes. I'm pretty sure if you stare at it too long, you'll get hypnotized. Now, if you're thinking about running out and buying a pair of these boots, you might want to sit down for this next part. Because these boots are about as rare as a humble celebrity in Hollywood. Louis Vuitton only made a very limited number of these Nightfire boots, which means they're practically extinct in the wild. So, unless you're best friends with Anna Wintour or you happen to have a spare $8,000 lying around, you're probably out of luck. But hey, at least you can dream, right? And who knows, maybe one day you'll stumble across a pair at a vintage store for a cool $50. A guy can dream, can't he? Alright, we're getting into the really pricey stuff now. 10,000 bucks for shoes. I mean, I love footwear, but for that much, they better come with a foot massage and a lifetime supply of odor eaters. Imagine the luxury of slipping into these shoes and feeling like you're walking on clouds every single day. These bad boys are from Stuart Weitzman, a man who clearly knows how to make a woman feel special. His designs are synonymous with elegance and sophistication, making every woman feel like a queen. They're covered in platinum fabric. Yes, you heard that right, platinum fabric that shimmers and shines with every step you take. Platinum, not silver, not even gold, but platinum. The rarest and most precious of metals, often reserved for the most luxurious items. That's right, the stuff they make fancy lab equipment out of. But wait, there's more. This isn't just any platinum, it's the kind that makes scientists and jewelers alike swoon. As if platinum wasn't enough, Stuart decided to throw in 464 diamonds, each one meticulously placed to catch the light and dazzle onlookers. 464. That's enough for a small engagement ring or a very large grill. Imagine the sparkle and the sheer opulence of having that many diamonds on your feet. And the best part, the diamond straps come off. This means you can mix and match, adding a touch of glamour to any outfit, so you can wear them as jewelry. Versatility at its finest, transforming your look from day to night effortlessly. Or you can pawn them and buy a sensible pair of shoes with the money. Though let's be honest, who would want to part with such a masterpiece? Just kidding, don't pawn them. These shoes are meant to be cherished and flaunted, not hidden away. But seriously, who needs a down payment on a house when you can have diamond shoes, right? It's all about priorities, and for some, fashion reigns supreme. I'm not sure who can afford these shoes, maybe Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, or perhaps a tech mogul or a Hollywood starlet with a penchant for the finer things in life. Or maybe Oprah just buys them to give away during her Favorite Things episodes. Imagine the joy of being in that audience. You get a car, and you get diamond shoes. The ultimate surprise for any fashion enthusiast. And you get diamond shoes. The excitement and sheer delight of owning such a luxurious item would be unparalleled. But hey, maybe they're an investment. In the world of high fashion, certain pieces can appreciate in value over time. Like maybe in a few years they'll be worth even more. Imagine the return on investment when these shoes become a coveted collector's item. Then you can sell them and buy a small island or a yacht. The possibilities are endless when you own a piece of wearable art, or maybe just a really nice pair of socks to go with them, because even the most luxurious shoes deserve the perfect companion. Look, I'm not a fashion expert. I appreciate the finer things, but my daily wear is far more practical. I wear sneakers and jeans most days. Comfort and practicality often take precedence in my wardrobe choices, but even I can appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship of these shoes. The dedication and skill that go into creating such masterpieces are truly remarkable. They're like walking, talking sculptures. Each pair tells a story of luxury, elegance, and unparalleled craftsmanship. Just be careful not to trip and lose a diamond. With such precious cargo on your feet, every step should be taken with grace. Or, fall and break an ankle. Because with great luxury comes great responsibility. Because with a price tag like that, you'll need good health insurance on top of everything else. After all, these shoes are an investment in both style and safety. Next up, we have something straight out of a sci-fi movie. These are the Alexander McQueen armadillo boots. And yes, they look exactly like what they sound like, armadillos on your feet. They were designed by the late, great Alexander McQueen, a man who was never afraid to push the boundaries of fashion. And these boots, they definitely push some boundaries. I mean, they're practically a foot taller than me. They're made of wood and python skin, and they have a 12-inch heel. 12 inches! That's like walking on stilts. I'm getting vertigo just thinking about it. These boots are so outrageous, so over the top that they actually become kind of cool. It's like wearing a piece of art on your feet. Or maybe like wearing a small animal. Only 21 pairs of these boots were ever made, so if you see someone wearing them, you know they're either a celebrity, a billionaire, or maybe they just robbed a museum. Speaking of celebrities, Lady Gaga is a big fan of these boots. She's worn them in music videos, on stage, and probably even to the grocery store. Because why not? But let's be honest, these boots are not made for walking. They're made for making a statement. They're made for turning heads. They're made for saying, "Look at me, world, I'm wearing armadillo boots." And you know what? I kind of respect that. It takes guts to wear something so bold, so unconventional. So if you've got the money and the attitude, go for it. Just maybe pack a pair of flip-flops in your purse just in case. Now for our next pair of shoes, we're heading to Oz. But we're not talking about Dorothy's little gingham numbers. Oh no, these are the Harry Winston ruby slippers. And they're about as far from Kansas as you can get. These beauties were created to celebrate the 50th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. And they're basically the dream of every little girl who ever wished she could click her heels and go home. But instead of sequins, these slippers are covered in 4,600 rubies. Rubies! That's over 1,350 carats of red sparkle. And just in case that wasn't enough, they also threw in 50 carats of diamonds. Because why not? It took Harry Winston's master jewelers over 2 months to create these shoes. 2 months! That's longer than it takes to build a house in some places. But hey, when you're working with that many precious stones, you gotta take your time. These slippers are basically a national treasure. They're like the crown jewels of footwear. They're so valuable they probably have their own security detail. I bet you're wondering who in their right mind would pay $12,000 for a pair of shoes you can't even walk in. Well, nobody, because these babies are locked up in a vault somewhere, probably insured for more than my house. But hey, a guy can dream, right? Maybe one day I'll win the lottery and buy these slippers just to wear around my living room, or maybe I'll just glue some red glitter to my old sneakers and call it a day. All right, number 2 on our little stroll down. I can't believe these are shoes lane. Stuart Weitzman's retro rose pumps. 25 grand, folks. Yes, you heard that right. A whopping $25,000 for a pair of shoes. For that price, they better come with a foot massage and a year's supply of pedicures. Maybe even a personal foot masseuse who follows you around everywhere you go. But hey, if you're dripping in diamonds, maybe those are chump change expenses. After all, what's a few extra bucks when you're already living the high life? See, these pumps are rocking over 1,800 quiet diamonds. That's right, diamonds. Not just any diamonds, but quiet diamonds, known for their exceptional quality and brilliance. Not cubic zirconia, not rhinestones from Michael's craft store, the real deal. We're talking about the kind of diamonds that make engagement rings look like costume jewelry. They're shaped like little roses, because nothing says I'm both classy and loaded like floral-themed bling. And the shoes themselves? Well, they are a masterpiece of design and luxury. Oh, just your standard classic satin pumps. You know, the kind that exude elegance and sophistication. You know, the kind your grandma probably wore to her senior prom, but, you know, with a few thousand times the sparkle. Imagine the glitz and glamour of the roaring 20s, but on steroids. Stuart Weitzman only made a handful of these bad boys, which I guess makes sense. Exclusivity is key when it comes to luxury items. If everyone could afford to walk around with a down payment on a house strapped to their feet, diamonds would lose their luster, right? It's all about maintaining that aura of unattainable luxury. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't wear these. In fact, I'd probably strut around in them like I owned the place. In fact, I think I'd rock them with a pair of sweatpants and a stained t-shirt just to really confuse people. But that's just me. The juxtaposition of high fashion and casual wear is always a fun statement. Seriously though, these shoes are a testament to Stuart Weitzman's, shall we say, unique approach to footwear. He has a knack for blending art and fashion in a way that few others can. This is a guy who clearly sees shoes as wearable art. Each pair is a canvas, and the diamonds are his paint. Or maybe he just has a really good diamond hookup. Either way, the result is nothing short of spectacular. Either way, if you're looking for a way to invest your lottery winnings, or you just really hate walking around barefoot, these pumps might be right up your alley. They are the epitome of luxury and extravagance. Just be careful not to trip and lose a diamond, because good luck explaining that to your insurance company. Imagine the claim form for that. And hey, while you're contemplating the finer points of diamond-encrusted footwear, why not take a minute to like this video and subscribe to our channel? Your support helps us bring you more content about the most outrageous luxury items out there. We've got more ridiculous luxury stuff coming your way, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's next on our list of the most extravagant and over-the-top items money can buy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The creme de la creme, the top dog, the big cheese, well, you get the picture. We're talking about the Jada Dubai X Passion Jewelers Passion Diamond Shoes. Try saying that 5 times fast, I'll wait. Okay, you back? Good. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the diamond in the shoe. $17 million. That's right. You could buy a small island, a fleet of sports cars, or, these shoes. What makes them so special? Well, for starters, they're made of actual real-life gold. Not gold-plated, not gold-painted, solid gold. You could melt these things down and make a whole lot of Olympic medals, but wait, there's more. These babies are also covered in 236 diamonds, including 2 massive, flawless, 15-karat diamonds on the toe caps. I mean, you're basically walking around with a pair of engagement rings on your feet. And if all that wasn't enough, here's the kicker. There's only one pair in existence. That's right, these shoes are one of a kind. You could say they're the Mona Lisa of footwear, only instead of a mysterious smile, they have enough bling to make Liberace blush. It took 9 months to make these shoes. 9 months. That's longer than it takes to make a human being. I'm not sure what that says about our priorities, but hey, at least these shoes are sparkly. So there you have it, folks, the most expensive women's shoes in the world. If you ever see someone wearing these in public, do me a favor. Ask them if they're hiring a bodyguard, because I'm pretty sure I'd be willing to wear a velvet rope and a name tag for a chance to stand next to those beauties. And there you have it. The top 10 most expensive women's shoes in the world. From Swarovski crystals to flawless diamonds, these shoes are more than just fashion. They're pieces of art. Or maybe they're just really, really expensive shoes. Either way, I think we can all agree that they're pretty darn impressive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go raid my wife's closet and see if she has any of these lying around. Wish me luck. Before you go, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed our little journey into the world of luxury footwear. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. And hey, while you're at it, head over to Avery.com for all your insert product category needs. They're the best in the business, and they might even be able to find you a pair of diamond-encrusted slippers if you ask nicely. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And remember, always wear your invisible crown, unless you can afford a diamond one, in which case, go for it.